Bro, we are in some unprecedented levels of greed that the fucking gaming industry is in. I'm about to cover two specific points of greed that I've experienced, which is the gambling aspect and the microtransaction aspect. Bro, what the fuck is up with gambling? Crazy levels that a lot of these companies would go through just to justify putting this shit in their games. The whole like loot boxes, oh man, back in 2017, that was like something to remember because Star Wars Battlefront 2, they were fucking putting that shit in there. EA was like not playing, dude. They really wanted you to fucking pay to win for signature characters and upgrades and shit. And I think some dude on Reddit did some of the math for how long it would take you to get at least just one fucking hero, like without paying. And that'd take you close to like 30 or 40 hours, which is like, what the fuck is the matter with these companies, dude? 30 to 40 hours just for one character? Come the fuck on. What is up with this shit? And I also remember like I think it was in relation to this whole loot box debacle. There was like a hearing in Europe. I don't know if it was the UK or some shit, but like some idiot on the EA board, I don't know if it was like the vice president or like, someone who like talks for them. They basically said how this isn't gambling. This is a surprise mechanic. It's like, what? Surprise mechanics that I'm paying y'all hundreds of dollars for some bullshit to even get a chance at getting some of these characters? What? How stupid are you all fucks? Like, what the fuck? And this is just like revolving around, these loot boxes, right? This isn't even including EA's whole fucking FIFA franchise nonsense with, having to gamble for your players, right? But like, this is kind of like the poster child for everything wrong in the gaming industry revolving around like gambling and to an extension microtransactions, right? Because, you have to pay to like in-game currency in order to gamble in the first place. CS:GO is also another game with gambling mechanics in it. With the whole CS:GO shit, like with the rare skins and junk, you hear all about that. Like the rare knife skins, the butterfly, like knife and shit. It's like crazy the amount of money people put into these like games for these like items. Going back on my own personal experience, I actually have played like a gacha games, right? Like a lot of gacha players are kind of like coping, saying this shit's like, it's not gambling, I want this shit. I want to be a whale and give this company millions of dollars, because like we're competing against that other company making other millions of dollars, or that other franchise, right? You have your Fate Go, your Genshin, all these big fucking names with horrendous rates. Like, I've played the gacha game. It's called Azure Lane. I ain't gonna lie, it's a bit of a gooner game. Not gonna like lie to y'all, say this is like, I play for the gameplay. No, I mean it's pretty fucking gooner. Like, honestly, the rates aren't too bad. Like, I'm not here to justify like, the game at all around its like banner shit and rates, but like compared to what I've heard about Genshin rates, it's like, holy shit, this game is actually pretty generous, because the rarest ship you can get in a banner is 1.2%, or yeah, around 1.2%. And then, but like, you hear these rates, they don't sound too good, but you hear Genshin rates and it's like, holy fucking shit, this game is pretty fucking generous. I hear some of the rates are like 1% or even 0.5% for some of like the rarest shit. And you also have to gamble for like some of the best gear too, which is like, what? And then I hear like one of the arguments for these gacha games is that you get like a guarantee after a certain amount of pulls, but like, how much money are you spending before you get to that like pity pool, right? To you get that guarantee. And Azure Lane is 200 pulls, but that's 400 cubes, which is the like in-game thing you need to use, like not currency, because the currency is gems. That's the most expensive thing that you pay with money, but you use those gems to pay for the cubes and money, which you use to pull for anything in the game, any banner. And it's just absurd, like the millions of dollars these companies are gaining by just basically promoting these gambling adjacent things, right? It's crazy that people are also justifying and basically like saying how the company should be able to do this shit, and how people are normalizing it in like other games like COD. Like, I have personal experience with COD. I remember back when COD was first introducing like gambling mechanics with Advanced Warfare. Low-key an underrated game outside of those gambling mechanics, but you can pay for like these little crates that you can drop. I think I will give it a little bit of a leeway here, where you actually can get them for just doing challenges. You don't really need to pay for it, from what I can remember. By the way, this was like a long time ago. It's crazy because like it added onto Black Ops 3 with COD points, and that's how they've been using their in-game microtransactions, right? Buy skins and shit. But then they added the fucking gambling mechanic to get these rare like black market weapons, melee weapons and shit, and Black Ops 3, which is the only thing I really don't like about Black Ops 3 and think back on negative to in comparison to the rest of the game. Like that was the biggest load of baloney. You only get one, I think, like before they introduced like a new system where you can get keys without needing to pay for them. But back then, like when we were playing, we only got one and that's it. Hopefully you got what you wanted from one out of, like I think 14 weapons. It's crazy that this shit is like kind of being normalized in the industry, right? Like people are just like, oh, just don't gamble then, like just play normally, free to play, right? But when you like compare it to like what I just mentioned with the whole Battlefront situation, like 30 to 40 hours of gameplay in comparison to like, oh, maybe a couple like $100 for a character, right? It's like it's very much incentivized to pay rather than just play, right? Speaking of COD points, that leads me to my next topic, the microtransactions. Holy fucking shit. This shit has been crammed in every single fucking thing, whether it's a single player game, whether it's fucking online only, like it's insane. Just a ludicrous amount of bullshit these companies will gladly push onto us, whether it's cosmetic, in-game, like XP boosters. I can tell you about that one with Fallout 76, where the audacity of Bethesda to say they were never gonna add these XPs, when like the game was starting out, and then they did, because fuck you, why not? That's just one like game out of a bunch of other games. We talk, like as I said, COD has COD points, and you can buy cool skins that cost up to $20, like the Homelander skin or the cool Godzilla skin, right? All this fucking greed that these companies are asking after we've already paid them like $70 now, for 70 fucking bucks. That's insane for a game, and then more money on top if you want like something cool in the game, right? Fucking like these companies will gladly fuck you over with their initial price tag, and if you decide to shell out for maybe the exclusive I'll suck your cock deluxe edition for $120 or even more, you'll get some cool figures and like statue. But like I remember with like I think it was Borderlands 4, they had a fucking like premium deluxe edition, right? And that bitch didn't even have the fucking game, which is crazy. Like you're paying all this money and all you're getting all these cool like figures and shit, but no game? Like what? Another shitty aspect of these companies push is their battle passes. I'm gonna talk about Fortnite because that's what's on screen, so let's talk about it. And it's like, alright, either you already have the V-Bucks, which like let's be honest, if you're just starting out, you're not gonna have it shit, or pay us money so you can get the skins in the battle pass that you may like. And if you don't shell out now, you're never gonna get it again because we're not gonna bring it back. Like it's a one-time deal kind of thing. And if you can't even complete the battle pass, oh shit, don't worry, we can give us even more of your money so you can finish out the rest of the battle pass. It's fucking stupid. A bunch of these big AAA studios still trying to get as much money out of us. Like right now with GTA 6, they're fucking charging you $100 if you want like to go into stores and shit. And if you're not gonna pay that $100, you're gonna be blocked out of that shit, which is really stupid. Like why are they paywalling this shit? This is just my take. I don't know. What are some of your thoughts on gambling and microtransactions in the gaming industry? Let me know. Like, do you really care? Do you just like, wow, whatever, it's not that big of a deal? I don't know. What's your thoughts, Let me know. Write a comment down below and I'll give them a read. I like to see other people's opinions too, It's not all just like one side, and maybe there's like another side I'm missing, And maybe y'all can tell me about it. But yeah, that's it. Bye.